The Chinese giant salamander is the world's largest amphibian, growing up to 1.8 meters long, with a large tail comprising almost 60% of the body length. It has even been reported in 1983 that a 3-meter, 70-kilogram salamander was purchased at a local market in China. There are only 3 living species of giant salamander in the family Cryptobranchidae: the Chinese giant salamander, the Japanese giant salamander, and the American hellbender. Ancestors of the Cryptobranchidae diverged from all other amphibians over 170 million years ago during the Jurassic period. This makes the giant salamanders one of the most evolutionarily isolated families on the amphibian tree of life, residing at the tips of a long, solitary branch. The Chinese giant salamander is under immense threat of extinction due to habitat loss, water pollution, and overexploitation of wild populations, as this species is considered a food delicacy in China and is also used for traditional medicines. Consequently, the species has suffered catastrophic population declines and is listed as critically endangered by the IUCN Red List. Earth's largest living crocodilian, and, some say, the animal most likely to eat a human, is the saltwater or estuarine crocodile. Average-size males reach 17 feet and 1,000 pounds, but specimens 23 feet long and weighing 2,200 pounds are not uncommon. Saltwater crocs, or salties, as Australians affectionately refer to them, have an enormous range, populating the brackish and freshwater regions of eastern India, Southeast Asia, and northern Australia. They are excellent swimmers and have often been spotted far out at sea. Classic opportunistic predators, they lurk patiently beneath the surface near the water's edge, waiting for potential prey to stop for a sip of water. They'll feed on anything they can get their jaws on, including water buffalo, monkeys, wild boar, and even sharks. Without warning, they explode from the water with a thrash of their powerful tails, grasp their victim, and drag it back in, holding it under until the animal drowns. The largest bear in the world and the Arctic's top predator, polar bears are a powerful symbol of the strength and endurance of the Arctic. The polar bear's Latin name, Ursus maritimus, means sea bear. It's an apt name for this majestic species, which spends much of its life in, around, or on the ocean, predominantly on the sea ice. In the United States, Alaska is home to 2 polar bear subpopulations. Considered talented swimmers, polar bears can sustain a pace of 6 miles per hour by paddling with their front paws and holding their hind legs flat like a rudder. They have a thick layer of body fat and a water-repellent coat that insulates them from the cold air and water. Polar bears spend over 50% of their time hunting for food. A polar bear might catch only 1 or 2 out of 10 seals it hunts, depending on the time of year and other variables. Their diet mainly consists of ringed and bearded seals because they need large amounts of fat to survive. Elephant seals are the largest seals on Earth. Males grow to over 13 feet long and weigh up to 4,500 pounds. Females are slightly smaller, measuring up to 10 feet in length and weighing in at 1,500 pounds. Elephant seals are mammals, meaning that they are warm-blooded, breathe air using lungs, have fur to stay warm, give birth to live young, and nurse their young using milk. Elephant seals also have thick blubber to keep them warm during cold water migrations. Elephant seals eat rays, skates, fish, squid, and sharks that live near the bottom of the ocean. Elephant seals will dive to depths of 2,500 meters in search of their prey. Elephant seals spend 90% of their lives underwater looking for food. Giraffe, any of 4 species in the genus Giraffe of long-necked cud-chewing hoofed mammals of Africa, with long legs and a coat pattern of irregular brown patches on a light background. Giraffes are the tallest of all land animals. Males, bulls, may exceed 5.5 meters, 18 feet, in height, and the tallest females, cows, are about 4.5 meters. Using prehensile tongues almost half a meter long, they are able to browse foliage almost 6 meters from the ground. Giraffes are a common sight in grasslands and open woodlands in East Africa, where they can be seen in reserves such as Tanzania's Serengeti National Park and Kenya's Amboseli National Park. The genus Giraffe is made up of the northern giraffe, the southern giraffe, the Maasai giraffe, and the reticulated giraffe. African elephants are the largest land animals on Earth. They are slightly larger than their Asian cousins and can be identified by their larger ears that look somewhat like the continent of Africa. Asian elephants have smaller, rounded ears. African elephants are a keystone species, meaning they play a critical role in their ecosystem. Also known as ecosystem engineers, elephants shape their habitat in many ways. During the dry season, they use their tusks to dig up dry riverbeds and create watering holes many animals can drink from. Their dung is full of seeds, helping plants spread across the environment, and it makes pretty good habitat for dung beetles too. In the forest, their feasting on trees and shrubs creates pathways for smaller animals to move through, and in the savanna, they uproot trees and eat saplings, which helps keep the landscape open for zebras and other plains animals to thrive. African elephants are sometimes categorized into savanna elephants and forest elephants. There are some physical and genetic differences, but scientists are still arguing over whether the differences are big enough to call them separate species. Currently, most still consider them same species, Loxodonta africana. The Antarctic blue whale, Balanoptera musculus ssp. intermedia, is the biggest animal on the planet, weighing up to 400,000 pounds, approximately 33 elephants, and reaching up to 98 feet in length. The whale has a heart the size of a small car, and during the main feeding season, it consumes around 7,936 pounds of krill per day. It is the loudest animal on Earth, even louder than a jet engine. Its calls reach 188 decibels while a jet reaches 140 decibels. The whale's low-frequency whistle can be heard for hundreds of miles and is probably used to attract other blue whales. The blue whale population in Antarctica was drastically reduced by commercial whaling, which started in the southern Atlantic Ocean in 1904. From about 125,000 individuals in 1926, numbers were reduced to about 3,000 individuals in 2018, which classifies the species as critically endangered on the UN Red List.